What's good, boys? I hope all is well. So, I decided to pull up to Reddit, um, but the problem was Reddit. Well, first and foremost, I tried to bring up the School of Aesthetics. And so, what we're really doing is we're just seeing what advice people have for weight loss, right? So, here's what we're doing right here, weight loss advice. Here we go. So I'm just gonna kind of start from the bottom again. But when I tried to show the School of Aesthetics, it actually just timed out. So I'm just like, what the hell? But pretty much, if I can show the School of Aesthetics right here on, and I should be, well, you know what? Well, if I'm live in the group, I can't actually. So I should have known that, but it's all good. Um, Let me see if I can if I can I might be able to show you the School of Aesthetics. I was gonna show you guys. I'll leave a link down below. Yeah, so we were talking about meal guides and we were just talking about MyFitnessPal, and how you can literally take a video of your food and then upload it to ChatGPT and be like, "Hey, ChatGPT, give me the carbs, proteins, fat, the basically the macronutrients and the micronutrients of this meal," right? And then you can plug that in, the carbs, proteins, fats into MyFitnessPal, and then it'll give you like super, super effective for losing weight. You have your goal, your calorie goal, and then you just literally take a picture of ChatGPT and be like, "Hey, give me the carbs, give me the proteins, give me the macronutrients of this meal," right? It's pretty easy. It's a pretty chill way to make sure like you know exactly what you're eating every single day. And that's really key to losing weight. So keep that in mind right there. So weight loss advice. Let's just kind of like go down the line right here on Reddit. Um, What is your most unhinged weight loss advice that actually works? I hate this shit. I hate like, oh, what is your most unhinged, bro? Because it really is as simple as getting in a community and getting that accountability every single day. Okay. There's no magic bullet, there's no magic pill to weight loss. It's simply, well, I mean, yeah, you need a system, but it's getting inside a group of people that are going to help you actually, hit your goals, okay? And it's not like a gym, okay? Because you're gonna go on vacation, you're gonna go on, you're gonna like have times where you're not gonna feel like going to the gym. So it's really important that you have an accountability ecosystem in your pocket right here. So keep that in mind. Join the School of Aesthetics down below. But anyways, so let's just see his most unhinged weight loss advice that actually works. Well, literally just what I said, consistency, even if it's 90% of the time, but consistency with a group of guys. Let's see what God Reigns says. Here's the thing about Reddit, bro. It's all bots, bro. So that's one thing, bro, that I'm not a big fan of, but we'll go with it, right? Um, so this is honestly the only piece of advice that works. People always look for shortcuts or some weird way to lose weight, but it always comes down to this, right? Literally, my most unhinged weight loss hack is being in 100 calorie deficit for bro, 100 calorie deficit for years. See how there's like little to no context about this. 100 calorie deficit for years. It's nothing, but if you just stick to it, you'll reach your goal eventually. The few days I go over and my brain tells me I need to burn the extra calories off, I take a nap, remind myself that my body burns calories constantly and regardless. I don't know, bro. I think that's kind of bullshit. Not even gonna lie. Um, see what this dude Physical Gap says. I lost 50 pounds somewhat recently. This isn't going to be unhinged advice, but it's advice I wish I had earlier. Excuse me. And it's that there is no secret. There's no, literally just what I said. Why is Reddit copying what I just said, bro? I'm so influential. I'm just playing. But Reddit is literally just copying what I just said recently. So boys, just I've worked with so many clients. If I can see if I can pull up my Instagram right here. And I don't know why I'm not, never mind. Forget I said that, but you can go to my Instagram. I might leave a link down below. But I worked with so many people and it really is just like it's about consistency, but the way you're gonna stay consistent is if you're in an ecosystem of guys pushing you every single day, right? So, um, that's really important right there. So let's just see, because a lot of this shit is just like, generic stuff right here. I lost 90 pounds over the last year. I lift weights 4 days a week and count calories 6 days a week with 2 liters of water daily. Literally, water is really important right here. This is the sauce right here. I promise you, this is the sauce. He says, I don't really believe in cheat days, really, because here's the thing about a cheat day. My goal is that we get you to do this every single day for the rest of your life. Okay. Um, it's not something that it's like, okay, cool, I'm going to go on a diet for a month and then boom, I already lost the weight, because it has to be an everyday thing for you, or else you're going to backtrack, if that makes sense. So, it's really important that you um like to make this an everyday thing is not necessarily saying, hey, eat chicken and broccoli every single day for the rest of your life. Because here's the thing, that's not going to work, right? It doesn't work 24/7, 365. We talked about this on the client retreat, on the flight member retreat. It's about how can I do this every day in a way that's fun, in a way that I can stick to this forever. Okay. So that's really, really important right there. Okay. It's not like, this is why I don't agree with most of the industry when they're like, hey, cheat days. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, have a cheat day. It's like, bro, like every day's a cheat day for me. Not really, but bro, it's like it's something that I enjoy doing, and I think a lot of my members would agree with that and be like, "Bro, it's something we enjoy doing." We're going on trips with each other, flight member retreats in August. We're having the flight dinner in like 2 weeks. Um, so it's something that they really enjoy doing, and it's like you have to find a way where you can like really enjoy doing this with a group of people. Really important right there. Okay. So screw a cheat day, bro. F a cheat day, right? Um, but then it's like whatever I want, I don't worry. Some says as I'll be. I mean, whoever that is, right? Right now I have chocolate and oh, bro, terrible, bro. Shut up with that. This is what I hate about Reddit, because it's like any just random nobody can say anything. You know what I'm saying? So, um, but there is some base stuff on here for sure. I don't know about Unhinged, but I lost 100 pounds over the course of a year, and people are always surprised when I say I eat a ton of food. I did it very aggressively and ate around 1,200 to 1,500 calories a day. Now I'm the type of guy that likes to eat a ton of food. Why I needed to lose 100 pounds in the first place, right? So I found out about volume eating, which is basically being able to eat massive portions of food for low calories. The biggest help was rice cauliflower. I could eat an entire bag of rice cauliflower for like 80 calories compared to a cup of rice for a couple hundred calories. And if you've ever seen a bag of rice cauliflower, you would know how much food that is. I would usually eat a whole bag of it with chicken and avocado. That will keep me. Yeah, actually, I haven't heard. I didn't know that that was what it was called. But I will show you an example of kind of what he's talking about. Right? Let me get this real quick. Um, Let me get this real quick because I know what he's talking about. So here I got this, and I'm gonna do a video on eat this, not that. But this is kind of what he's talking about right here. An example of volume eating, where he's eating like a lot of a certain food that's low calorie, right? And This is chick see what I ate, like 3/4 of the bag, and it's really not that many calories, so, I ate about 3/4 of the bag. So, usually, guys, when you're eating, like, a bag of chips right here, these are Chippies. I highly recommend these are so good, bro. Like, these are so good. They're like Cheetos, Cheeto Puffs, right? Bro, I have a hard time even like thinking of the actual like mainstream name because, bro, like I never eat these like mainstream foods, bro. Like you're never gonna find me with a bag of Doritos. You're never gonna find me with like a bag of Cheetos, bro. I just don't know, bro. I just don't mess with any of that stuff. But these chickpeas right here, okay? So I ate 3/4 of the bag and I ate, uh, 390 calories, and I ate 3/4 of the bag. The whole bag is how much is the whole bag? The whole bag is 2, 3, 4 is like 560 calories, I wanna say. And then the whole bag is 20 grams of fat, right? Which is incredible. It's crazy, bro. 20 grams of fat and a whole bag of chips. So you can eat a whole bag of chips and it's only 20 grams of fat. Like that is like, you know what I'm saying? Like that is like a third of your daily value. But it's like, bro, if you eat a whole bag of Cheetos, bro, like you're getting like 800, 900 calories in that whole bag of Cheetos, give or take. And then you're getting like a lot more carbs, a lot more fat. So if I eat the whole bag is 12 grams of fiber. Okay, so I mean, 12 grams of fiber, but if you eat the whole bag, so net carbs are lower, but total carbohydrates are like 20, 40, 60, 80. So a little bit under 80 carbs. I'm pretty sure 20, 40, 60. Yeah, it's like 72 carbs, 72 grams of carbs if you eat the whole bag, which that's pretty good. You're eating 16 grams of protein, which that's not too like, you know what I'm saying? It's not crazy protein, but it's like these are healthy for you, bro. If you look at the ingredients, I don't know, maybe you can join BJ and I'll I go into this. But yeah, it's volume eating. I didn't know that that was what it was called, but it makes sense. And that's what happens when you get a lot of nutrients. Okay. Nutrients are the cornerstone of like feeling full. Essentially, it's like nutrients, which fiber is a nutrient. Fiber helps you feel full, but it's also just like the amount of nutrients that are in the food is that's what's making you feel full. The reason why you're eating like tons of food, like for example, fast food. Okay, the reason why you eat, you know, a meal that's 1,500 calories is because you're not getting full from that meal. Okay, so processed foods, all of the nutrients are drained out of processed foods, whether they're bleached out, whether like nutrients vanish during processing. Okay. So when you're eating fast food, you're getting very little to no nutrients. That's why you feel full, or not why you feel full, but that's why you feel uh hungry after you eat you're like, bro, I just ate like a Big Mac. Why am I still hungry? Bro, because it has no nutrients in it. Okay. So that's really important. Okay, the nutrients are everything. We'll go over that in a different day, but it's all about nutrients, and I actually really resonate with what he's talking about. Yeah, shout out to MMA 1227. Like this is actually some solid advice right here. Now I don't know about rice cauliflower. I'm not really like have had it before, but like I don't know if that's something that fills you up, bro. But what he's saying, talking about volume eating, that's really important. Like that's actually a really good tip right there. Um, so yeah, really good tip right there. What do you add to your rice cauliflower to make it tasty? Actually, I remember I used to eat a lot of rice cauliflower and I used to put like cheese in it. Bro, cheese and rice cauliflower, pretty solid right there. So I would give that a try. Also, if you dry cook the cauliflower in a frying pan and get a lot of moisture out, it helps. Okay, cool. Thanks for the tip, bro. I'm trusting you not to laugh at me. Okay, let's see. It's got to be rage bait, maybe. You said unhinged, and this does sound that way, but hear me out. Eat healthy, mostly whole food. Make sure you're making note of small stuff like condiments and liquid calories, finding exercise. This is actually some sauce right here, too. No pun intended, right? But guys, okay, so a lot of people don't realize this. A lot of people are like, "Oh, I can't lose weight. I can't lose weight." But the thing is they don't account for the sauces. Okay, so maybe if I can just kind of like get put this into perspective, if I go to ChatGPT right here. So if I go to ChatGPT, how many? So I can put this into perspective for you. How many calories are in a tablespoon of mayonnaise? Okay, I didn't spell that right, but I don't give a shit. Um, a tablespoon of regular mayo contains 100 calories. Okay, so that's what most people are putting. Now, if you get the light kind, okay, it's a little bit less, right? But most people are consuming regular mayo. Bro, you're getting 100 calories in a tablespoon of mayo, right? And then people are like, "Oh, weight loss doesn't work for me." Oh, people, bro, it always baffles. People are like, "Bro, I tried calories and calories and it didn't work." Like, bro, I can't say the word here, bro, because this is my first YouTube video. So it's just like, bro, if I say the word, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not a dude that typically cares about like, being too politically correct, but obviously I can't say the word, bro. But like, what I'm talking about, like, bro, like you're eating, like you're not even accounting for it. Like calories in, calories out obviously works, right? But we already touched the community element. We already touched you need brothers by your side to actually make it not only fun, but make it really enjoyable to do. Okay, so that's the first thing. But the second thing is, bro, like you're thinking that you're eating a certain amount of calories, bro, but you're not accounting for all the calories, bro. Account for all the calories, dog. That's so important right there. Okay, so a lot of people are like, "Oh, I can't lose weight. I can't lose weight," but it's like they're putting certain things in their food, like sauces. They're not even accounting for the sauces. Extremely important right there. So why don't we go to what's another popular sauce? Okay, give me five popular condiments, and then we'll just go down the line. Okay, give me 5 popular condiments. Okay, so how many calories in a tablespoon of ketchup? Okay, let me see. Okay, so that's actually pretty chill. Like that's not that much. Um, how about barbecue sauce? That's not but I'm talking like okay, so let's just say you eat a bagel and cream cheese. Okay. Okay, so give me calories and then we'll do macros as well. Are you for real? Okay, so I'm not gonna log in right now, but you can see 340 calories to 400 calories. And like 150 calories of that comes from, 150 calories comes from the cream cheese. Okay, so you really have to account for the condiments you're using, right? Cream cheese, sour cream, bro, it all adds up. Okay, so next time you're like in a rut and like you can't lose weight, or maybe you've gained a few pounds, okay, like a lot goes into it, right? So if you join the link below, School of Aesthetics, if I can put the link, this is my first YouTube video, so it might not let me put the link down below. But if you send me a DM on Instagram, um, I can just send you a link to the group so we can get more personalized. Like we can hop on a call like this and you can kind of tell me your own situation and kind of like what you tried and like kind of like what you're struggling with. And we can kind of like come up with a more personalized solution for you. But you have to understand that you like weight loss is a lot of like little small components, right? And without that perspective of a group of people, it's going to be really hard for you, okay, to succeed. So, back to Reddit right here. Yeah, I mean, obviously Whole Foods works, but yeah, like they said, condiments and liquid calories are a big one, bro. So I guarantee you, if you're not really counting liquid calories, condiments, stuff like that, you start counting those, you're definitely going to see some weight loss, right? Um, or you're at the very least, you're going to have a perspective of like, okay, shit, like this is how many calories I'm actually consuming, if that makes sense. Regardless of resulting in weight loss or not, practicing thankfulness is overall a good thing. I mean, yeah, 100%. I 100% agree. I think one thing that people overlook when we're talking about weight loss is the mindset of things, the logical side of things, or the emotional side of things. Excuse me. Let me show you this Miro board right here. Um, if it will show me, see if it'll show me. Yeah, cool. Let's chill. Untitled. There we go. Okay, so if I can show you boys this right here, a lot of people are not taking into account the logical side of things. Well, people look at the logical side of things, which I actually broke down in here as well. But I'll leave a link. I might leave a link to this video down below. But it's like the emotional side of things, the emotional side of things. People are not thinking about the emotional side of things. Vision. Okay, what's your vision? Vision keeps you grounded once motivation fades because motivation is always going to fade. You have to understand that motivation is always going to fade. Okay. So you need a vision. Okay. You need a why. Like, why are you doing this, bro? And be honest with yourself. If you want to just attract girls, like, just be honest with yourself because then you're going to be like, okay, this equals more girls, or this equals, you know, like my kids respecting me, whatever the case may be. Everyone's in different areas in life, so I'm not really judging anybody. One thing I really appreciated from one of my members in the fly member retreat last August, he was like, "Bro, one thing I really noticed about you is that you're really non-judgmental." And that's the thing. I mean, when you stop judging people, you will stop judging yourself and you will level up and you will lose weight and you will get to your goals. It's like a spiral effect. It's like a cannonball, right? So really appreciate that from him, but it's like, yeah, I mean, I digress, right? But you need a why. So what is your why, okay? And then identity, bro. Adopt the identity of your tribe. That's gonna change you. That's the real sauce right there. Adopt the identity of your tribe is really important right there. So, yeah, totally agree. Right there. Excuse me. Um, But yeah, overall, this is a lot of solid advice right here. Um, Probably the most unhinged advice is to intentionally ignore anything and everything on TikTok. I would disagree with that, but I kind of get what he's talking about. Well, sorry, let me go back to here. He said, probably the most unhinged advice is to. I don't know what unhinged means, but a lot of times people are clowning on like, well, just anything you find on TikTok is bullshit. I would disagree with that, but there is a lot of like conflicting advice of people just trying to sell you their way of thinking or their program or whatever the case may, whatever they're selling right there. A lot of people are they'll be like, hey, don't eat meat, hey, don't eat vegetables, hey, don't eat this, hey, don't eat that, hey, don't eat that. But they're trying to confuse you, bro. Notice how I'm never out here saying like, oh, don't eat seed oils, bro. No, because bro, it's like Number one, it's like everything, like not one thing is going to work for every single person. Okay. So that's the first thing. Two, weight loss is universal. Once you reverse engineer the way the body works, a lot of people are they're like a certain blood type, and they're like, "Yo, you need to do this, you need to do that." But it's like, bro, that person might not be your like, you know, what I'm saying your blood type. They might be deficient in a certain nutrient or eat, have too much of a certain nutrient. So going keto wouldn't, or going like gluten free, you know what I'm saying? Like, gluten free is cool. Like, I would honestly recommend gluten free to everybody, but you get the point, right? It's like carnivore is not going to work for everybody. You know what I'm saying? So you really gotta like find out what works for you. But it's like, bro, all of these philosophies are BS. You live long enough to realize like that people are just BSing, bro, and they're just learning. They're just watching YouTube video from their favorite social media influencer and just copying their philosophies. You realize that I never do that. You realize why I literally study the Merck manual, which is the most trusted medical reference for doctors, and doctors know what they're talking about, right? So, anyways, um, this is kind of based right here, right? TikTok, there's a lot of BS on there, obviously. We'll see what Future Promises says. He says, if it's not sustainable, it won't work, bro. Literally, what I've been telling you guys. If it's not sustainable, it won't work. It took a long time and a bunch of lifestyle choices to gain it. It will take the same to lose it. I agree 100%. It's about sustainability. Trust me, I had my days off looking for the unhinged tips, the pros tips, the magic pills, the fad diets, keto, low carb, intermittent fasting, and so on and so on. All that happens is you lose the weight, stop doing the thing, then gain it back. That's actually a big insight right there. All that happens is you lose the weight, you stop doing the thing, and you gain it back. Okay. What's the problem right here? An unsustainable diet, you lose the weight. Okay. But since it's unsustainable, you stop doing the thing and then you gain it straight back. Okay. But honestly, what's the common denominator of this? Obviously, yeah, you're doing something that's not sustainable, but what's the common denominator? You're just watching a YouTube video and you're like, "Oh, I'm gonna try this." But it's like, bro, you don't realize that you need a group of guys to keep you accountable every single day, bro. Here's your problem is you're going about this alone. You're going about this whole thing alone, and that is the reason why you fail time and time and time again. But I don't blame you, okay? Because you're told left and right. Oh, bro, do it on your own. Oh, be a strong, independent man, be a strong, independent woman, or whatever the case may be. But, bro, it's like, that's stupid, bro. You have to get this individuality complex out of your mind that the Western world has brainwashed you into thinking that, oh, yeah, bro, you need to do everything by yourself. No, that's the way you fail, actually. You need to get into a group of guys that are going to nurture you and are going to show you that everything's possible, right? Showing that you can lose that 50 pounds, you can lose 100 pounds. But if you tap in, bro, tap into the source, and the source got to be on your phone, bro. It can't be just the gym. The gym is not enough because you're gonna go on vacation, bro. You're gonna wake up and you're gonna be like, oh, I don't feel like going to the gym. No, it's got to be on your phone. The guys have got to be on your phone, motivating you, pushing you, bro. Why didn't you get your workout, bro? Why didn't you? You don't have to go to the gym for that. You can get a home workout in, but you need an omnipresent group of guys that are pushing you every single day. That's the only way you're going to stay in shape. So I'm going to get off here. I've been streaming for like the last hour because the first stream actually like deleted, or it kicked me out when I tried to show you the School of Aesthetics. So, but this was a good one. I actually liked a lot of the advice we saw. It wasn't complete BS like I thought it would be. So we might do another one of these. Yeah, just comment down below what you boys thought. And yeah, this was a good one right here. We'll talk here soon. Here we go.